hard at the box office. Financially, it was devastation for me. I lost something in the tune of $6,000 to $8,000 in the event.
Chunky Monkey.
Now, let me ask you this question, Mr. Thompson.
Hi,
when you say
Chunky
due to
Monkey.
circumstances that had nothing to do with you, give me some of those circumstances.
Well, the circumstances were that on that particular weekend, unbeknownst to me, when I booked the event about 7 months earlier, there were 3 other very large events in the area, MotoGP races that were doing Sega Raceway, the Salinas Rodeo in Salinas, California, and the Bach Festival.
Okay, so that impacted on your attendance.
Massively.
Okay. Now, let's talk about last year. I assume you have a corporation?
No, ma'am. I am a private individual.
Hi, baby.
So that aside from putting your heart and soul into this business, you're in it because you make money.
Actually, no, ma'am. I have not made 1 red cent on this show for 9 years. I have, as a matter of fact, spent my money personally out of my pocket and my wife's pocket to cover all the debts all these various years.
Well, then you are a very, very, very good person. So this year you lost $6,000 to $8,000.
Correct.
And
due to the plaintiff's behavior
smile
in
for
full view of the public, of paying audience members and other participants in the event on Saturday as they harangued me and accosted me regarding the campsites that they felt were not
such a big
up to
boy.
par, this impacted the event. This impacted sales. My box office manager here will testify that our sales were down on the following day, on Sunday, by a good 25%. On Saturday...
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
You had 3 other events that you didn't know about. I don't know whether they were booked before or after yours on that weekend, sir. That was something you had to find out.
To my knowledge, ma'am, those events were booked after that I booked mine. So when I booked mine, my event was completely clear that weekend.
Well, if your event was completely clear, do you want to explain to me, sir, why you didn't make arrangements for the campsite that was closer by a half hour to the venue? There were 2 campsites, according to what I understand. One is 25 minutes away, one is 45 minutes away. Why?
It was almost a 2-hour drive to the second campground.
And by the time you got there were no places for these people in the closer campsite.
Correct.
So, as long as there were no other events that weekend, why didn't you book it in an appropriate period of time so that they didn't have to travel for 2 hours?
First of all, they did not have to travel 2 hours to get to the campsite. I've driven that. I've made
Could you
that drive
please
myself.
tell me why you didn't book